have it, the Canon XA-H1 camcorder, or XH-A1, I can never remember. It's the XH-A1. This is a lower-end broadcast camera from about 2005, I think. Notice the microphone on top, that is a microphone on top, stereo mic, got a little bunged up, which is why I got it on sale. I think I paid about $400 for this. Beautiful, records, has both the eyepiece and a little flip-out viewfinder. You can have a little VCR mechanism in it. Really just a beautiful, beautiful piece of equipment, and I actually like the broken nose, as it were, of the microphone. And anyway, I really like it. It's got some limitations, but it's a lot of fun to play with. So you really can't go wrong with something like this. It's just, even if there's no practical use for it, you can still have a heck of a good time just goofing off with it. Alright, this is another test of my Canon XA-H1 camcorder. It is a high definition HDV, which is actually a format. HDV, which is a digital format, and it is capable of 1080, 1080 lines of interlaced video, or 720 progressive lines, I believe. I know that you can set the resolution for the 1080i. There's also 30f and 24f. I think 24f is what would be called the film speed. You can sync at 24 frames per second, or you can sync at 30 frames per second on the digital formats. And I'm not 100% sure that it's progressive at the 30 and 24. I think it must be. Anyway, I got a really great deal on this camcorder because it had been dropped and the microphones got bent, and it looks like it's been dropped and bent, but it works great. Used, these things still sell for around $1,000. I know I paid under $500. I think it was about $400 for the camera, and I believe the charger. I may have had to buy the external connector. It uses kind of a substitute battery with the cord that connects to the power supply to power it, and I believe I had to pay for that, about $30 for that cord. And the battery that's in it lasts for about half an hour, maybe. Anyway, who's there? All right, I've shifted from 30F, 30 frames, I use some progressive, to 60I. So this is 60 fields, 60 frames per second, 60 fields, I bet, and 1080 interlaced. It's gotta be 60 fields, I think. Okay, so does this look any different? We're gonna walk along here. Walking along. There's a nice gentleman intersection there. Come over here to the robots. I think roughly the same situation here. So there is the robot. There is Hogarth, the robot. And back over here to our crew. You know, I never get the name straight. Okay, this is Alfie. That's definitely Alfie the robot. He's the original. So there's that. Zoom in. How close can we get? Oops. That's Alfie. And then there's the Frogbot. And then there's Gog. And Eddy Current. And the Unibot. So, and somebody's rolling a trash can. Anyway, so this is at 60i, and we'll see how it compares to the 30p or 30f. Now, to get the camcorder footage into our editor in the computer, we have to transfer it via what's called a FireWire connection, IEE 1394. And we use a program called HDV Split. HDV is for the high definition video, and we plug our camera in, and the fun part is I plug the camera in, and the first thing it notices is camcorder is not recognized. So sometimes it's like, do you plug, there it goes, you plug in the camera and have to power it on first. I plugged in VCR. There it goes. So somehow the camera is now alive, and hopefully it will show up in a minute. And okay, camcorder is not recognized. Turn it on and off. See what happens. Try again. So you wiggle the connections, you check a few things here and there, restart the camera, hopefully it'll show up. Hey, usually that's a happy sound. Something's found, and there we go. It found the XH-A1 camcorder, which I keep calling the XA-H1. Anyway, also when you capture, it's a bit recording, I say record. When you record, you're actually capturing the tape, recording the digital tape onto your computer. You're not recording onto the tape. And notice now it is going. It is saying capturing has been started. Scene change detected. These are all bizarre technical terms you don't need to worry about. The most important thing is yes, you are getting transfer. And then once you're done, you press stop to get a kind of a sample. Check your work, as it were. So check our work. And we open up the file and we click on it. And with any luck, we'll see a picture. And there we go. All right. But pardon the motion. That's just an artifact of doing the screenshots here. Okay, now we're going to check our capture to see how it turned out, and ignore the green line at the top of the screen. That's an artifact of my VLC program, but as you can see, I look pretty good, relatively speaking. Camera's in focus. I'm going to check a quick look at what's called the codec, and the codec, this is for HDV, high definition video. I can't change anything about the settings. It uses what's called MPEG-2 compression. The video resolution is 1440 by 1080. That is assuming what's called a non-square pixel, which gives you a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, as you see in my picture there. The frame rate, 29.97 frames per second. And the color space. These are important things when you're doing editing. Not easy to really tell you what they do. I could actually have a separate section on that, but this is a standard. We know that when we recorded with this camera, we got a particular standard which will be imported and be able to be imported into any video editor and then spliced together in whatever way you want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this short presentation on the world of video, and if it inspires you to do your own videos or to watch more of my videos, either way works fine for me. So with that, I'll say good night.